According to the Association of Student Conduct Administration, the purpose of Judicial Affairs is cultivating student responsibility and accountability through prevention, education, investigation, and adjudication.
Basically, adjudicate any policy violations that students do while here on campus. So I enforce the student code of conduct with students on campus, and that includes academic integrity, so things that happen in the classroom, as well as behavior outside of the classroom. All 23 CSUs operate under the same student code of conduct. So if you go on any CSU campus, you'll find that we're all adjudicating the same policies, and we do so under an executive order from the Chancellor's Office called Executive Order 1098, which is very clear, the process that we use to hold students accountable to the code of conduct.
Fernando is a first-year college student who was walking to his dorm after attending a college party off campus. He was being extremely loud and rowdy, and his friends were also laughing at the most random stuff. As Fernando starts approaching his residence hall, he bumps into the door, he falls down and starts laughing. His RA approaches him. He tries to get up, but he is really struggling to get up. The RA asks him what is going on. Fernando just laughs and is not able to answer that question. It is obvious that Fernando has been drinking more than just one drink. He's tried to hold a conversation with the RA, which leads him to throw up. His friends finally escort him to their room, where he continues to throw up, but finally he falls asleep. In a couple of days, Fernando receives a letter from the Student Conduct Office. He is requested to meet with the Assistant Dean of Student Conduct to discuss the sanction.
Hey Fernando, how you doing today?
Good.
I was expecting you. I was just reviewing your file, and because of the circumstances of the situation, I'm just gonna have you pay a $60 fee for an online alcohol awareness training. And on top of that, I'll be having you take 24 hours of community service as well, okay? So, yeah, man, have a nice day, alright? Morning, Fernando. How you doing today?
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good. Just gonna go over a series of questions, just be as honest as you can.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead and start with the first question.
Sounds
Can you please describe what is it that happened?
Truth be said, all I remember was that I went to a party and I pretty much came really drunk, so I lost the count of what really happened, to be honest.
Okay. Based on your actions, what do you think your peers will think about the situation?
It's a good question you brought in my mind. It never really came about. I'm assuming it would hurt my family members and my friends at some point.
Okay.
That's all I should.
Okay. What should happen to people who violate the laws of the community?
Well, obviously, I think there should be some type of punishment. What punishment, I have no idea, but we should definitely be accountable for our own actions. So.
Okay. So let me ask you this question, Fernando. What is it that motivates you, and what is the purpose in life?
Definitely school. Family members have always pushed me to pretty much go forward with my dreams, and I believe school is what pretty much motivates me.
Okay. Well, at this point, you have two options, Fernando. You could either write an essay explaining what is exactly that happened, plus doing 24 hours of community service, or you also have the option to pay $60 fee to take the online alcohol awareness training. It's definitely up to you. What is it that you would like to do at this point?
I think the best choice for me would be I would definitely like to write an essay.
Okay, let me just take a note of that. Perfect then. Well, thank you, Mr. Fernando. I really appreciate it for coming in today, okay?
You're welcome.
I got a write up in 2010 and I attended the University of California, Berkeley. So I was living in the dorms. I was a freshman and I had a guest over. And because she was a guest that was logged in with my ID to enter the building, she was not in her best behavior. And obviously the ruckus she caused and the noise complaints all went to me. So I got written up once for that, and then another time because she was caught in somebody else's dorm with alcohol. So that was 2 write-ups that I got. I wasn't surprised. I was just disappointed more than anything that I was going to go down for something that wasn't directly my actions. But I also understood that because she was a guest under my ID and under my, in a sense, supervision, that it was my responsibility to take the fall for it. We actually had a mock trial that was part of the sanctions that we went through. So it was actually me and 2 other people that lived in the dorm at the time. And they heard our testimonies and they heard their reports that we got written up, and we were able to counterclaim them, or they were able to just say, are you guilty of this or not? It was kind of like a mock trial, but that's all we talked about pretty much. I had to do community service. I had to write a paper, and the community service had to be supervised by a resident assistant or an RA. It didn't matter what building, but they just had to supervise it and sign my paperwork, said that I had completed it. And then I had to write a paper on why certain rules for the students in the dormitories exist and what effects me breaking them could have taken, or what consequences or even causes of me breaking the rules could have had that would have negatively impacted me at the university.
Student conduct officers can contribute to the intellectual climate of the institution, not only by helping to preserve a safe and educationally conducive atmosphere, but also by leading the entire campus community in the process of defining and disseminating a behavioral code which represents a set of shared beliefs and values about the educational environment and the students' responsibilities within it.